I don't know about you, Mike, but he is my superhero, Troy Marcum, making his way out here to the ring.
Waiting on the arrival of the American Warrior, Troy Marcum. There he is. A more phenomenal entrance, the first competitor, match number 4, Troy Marcum. As we're waiting to see who his opponents are going to be. And ladies, this is a 3-way match. There's going to be 2 mystery opponents for the man.
Mike, this is going to be a tight match.
Oh, it definitely could be. Vance Jackson, shockingly enough, the fans still not on his side.
All right, let's see who Troy Marcum's opponent is. Stop. One half of the Flocking Brothers wrestling out of Cocoa Beach, Florida, the Flamingo King, Brandon Vines.
Well, well, well.
He is the PWE Heavyweight Champion.
Daddy Mingo has arrived, folks.
The Flamingo King, Brandon Vines. As you heard Terry say, he does have the PWE Heavyweight Championship. But if my memory serves me correctly, he did not win that in a fair match. And I believe Daga is still technically the PWE champion, but we'll get clarification on that. The fact remains, Brandon Vines, competitor number 2 in the 3-man matchup. Who's going to be number 3?
There's some conversation going on here. The commissioner talking to Derry Deppy.
Ladies and gentlemen, by Commissioner John Largent, we're going to mix things up a little bit. This is now going to be a triple threat match.
Well, there you go.
Draw another name.
Guess word hadn't made it to Terry, but there it is, the official word. We're in a triple threat match.
Okay. Wrestling out of the south side of San Antonio, weighing in at 290 pounds, plus an additional 10 pounds for his mustache. This is Stach!
Bueno, mi gente, el bigote ya llegó. We are here, and Stach is making his way out here. That mustache looking fresh to death.
It's Stach making his way to the ring. I mean, that's bad news for anybody standing across from the big brawler like that.
May the odds ever be in their favor. I think Stach likes these odds, though.
Oh, I don't blame him. I mean, talking about the odds in somebody's favor, I feel like the odds are usually always in Stach's favor in these matchups. A man who's not afraid to get his hands dirty, not afraid to inflict no small amount of pain and punishment himself. As we get underway, the bell rings. Here we go. Troy Marcum and Stach both eyeing down Brandon Vines. Now, y'all may remember, we did see Troy Marcum and Stach team up at the previous hybrid show. Oh! Brandon Vines eats a headbutt. And Troy Marcum coming in to capitalize.
Those headbutts are vicious. And you don't see them coming, which is incredible because Stach is a big guy.
is a very big man, very strong man, who you don't think would move as quickly as he does, just like you said, Doc. But as Brandon Weiss found out the hard way, you've got to always be ready for Stach, especially when he's got someone like Troy Marcum backing him up.
It looks like Brandon Weiss is really struggling. It looks like he's having trouble just kind of getting his bearings together after that massive headbutt.
I mean, I believe it. He just got rocked in the opening moments, and Troy Marcum and Stach looking to keep building the friendly rapport they built at the last show. This is effectively turned into another handicap match.
We'll see, though, because this is no best friend fight here. It's a three-way matchup, each guy for himself.
It's true there can be only one winner, but Doc, you can't tell me an alliance has not been formed right here. Oh, just a diving headbutt to Brandon Weiss.
But that's part of the strategy when you have a three-way. You have to figure out who's the weakest link and attack that first.
That's a fair point. I mean, I do have to wonder how the fact there can be only one winner is going to come into play. I mean, are Stach and Troy Marcum going to be comfortable taking the loss here?
Went from a headbutt to a nasty, massive shoulder right into his upper chest.
And there you see, if there's any doubt in anybody's mind, the high five probably put those to bed. Troy Marcum and Stach on the same page, just punishing the Flamingo King Brandon Weiss. Izzy, if you're Brandon, what do you do in this situation?
I think Izzy is basically trying to study the situation. Brandon Weiss's trunk's a little too loud.
Brandon Weiss hasn't really been able to stay on his feet. As soon as he gets back up, he's something like in the clutches of Stach, a big belly to belly.
I think the Flamingo King should have been less worried about what he was wearing and more worried about who his opponents are. That's a massive man to fall on top of you.
The referee checking on Brandon Weiss, making sure he's still able to compete, able to continue. Gotta tell you, I have my doubts myself. Brandon Weiss is barely able to get to the ropes. Troy Marcum whips him hard into the corner. But Brandon Weiss catches him with the boot. And double kick out of the corner, but Stach coming in himself. Brandon Weiss managing to flip over, get out of the way, but it's gonna take more than that, but that might be enough. Going down low, taking the legs out from under the big man.
Woo!
Runs in with the Bulldog, takes Stach down. But just like that, the teamwork too much to overcome. Troy Marcum coming in, not giving Brandon Weiss any rest.
And the alliance, the tag team work that they're now working on here, you basically have a big guy who is very strong, very massive, and you also have Troy Marcum, who's a technical master, very quick. And so you have both of them using each other's skills to their advantage.
Troy Marcum may be quick, but caught blindsided by the splash in the corner, but here comes Stach to break up the pin.
Brandon wasn't expecting that massive boot to hit him like that.
I don't think anybody can really be expecting that. Stach just heavy hands raining down on Brandon Weiss. I mean, if you knock the guy out, it's still a victory, but he's going for the pin. And still just a 2. Brandon Weiss refusing to stay down.
Giving Troy Marcum some time to recover while Stach is just chipping away at him with those massive blows of his.
Oh, this is a blatant choke by Stach. The referee, Vance Jackson, of course.
He's assessing the situation.
Assessing the situation. That's much kinder than what I was going to say. But nonetheless, the choke is broken. Brandon Weiss still in the match. But Troy Marcum whips him to the ropes and catches him with that drop kick.
He got some serious airtime on that one.
Don't know if he caught that, Doc. Troy Marcum almost daring Stach to try one of his own.
Oh, man.
Stach opting to not go for the drop kick, but Troy Marcum all too happy to go for the pin. Still just a 2, though.
As he said, he doesn't need to. His presence is enough to intimidate.
A little meeting of the minds between Troy Marcum and Stach, establishing the next part of the game plan. He's got Brandon Weiss by the throat.
Ooh!
But Troy Marcum eats the kick. Stach takes the knee, the elbow, and another kick from Brandon Weiss, doing everything he can to get some type of leg up in the match. You've got to capitalize on it, Weiss. You've got to go for it.
What was that scream?
I believe that was the running flamingo, if I heard that correctly. With the flamingo cry, but doesn't seem to have helped him out that much. The combined offense of Marcum and Stach, again, just too much for Brandon Weiss to overcome.
And each one politely giving each other the opening to attempt this pin, but Brandon Weiss coming right back up.
Troy Marcum arguing with fans in the crowd.
And that's the thing, you can't keep getting yourself distracted. The crowd has to be invisible when you're in that ring because you never know what comes up from behind.
Got to agree with you, Doc. I mean, Troy Marcum taking his eyes off the ball even for just a moment could prove disastrous, but again, thankfully, he's got some backup in that big man Stach, but hold on, he missed the splash.
Ooh!
Oh, Brandon Weiss with the drop toe hold.
Oh no, Stach really feeling it. He's struggling even to roll out to recover.
Oh, I think all men everywhere are feeling him on that one, Doc. Troy Marcum eats the elbow, and a hard shot for Brandon Weiss, and another.
Woo!
The atomic drop, and a flatliner from Brandon Weiss. He's got to take advantage of this goal for the pin.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I can respect his strategy, though, because he wanted to make sure at least one man was out so he can concentrate on the other. And
absolutely.
He's trying to make sure he concentrates on the one that is not only quick, but a very meticulous technical wrestler in the mat.
100%. Brandon Weiss played that exactly the way he should. The bigger, stronger Stach sent to the outside. Troy Marcum sent for the ride. Just, unfortunately, just was not enough to pick up the victory. Stach now grabbing Brandon Weiss's foot. Troy Marcum's distracting the referee.
What?
Hold on, Casey Blackrose. Casey Blackrose has come out. Pulls Stach off the apron. Troy Marcum coming in. He eats the back elbow from Brandon Weiss.
Ooh!
And the kick. Is that going to be enough?
No!
It is! It is!
You want to talk about cheating? That should not have happened.
We're waiting for the official word, but fans, Brandon Weiss should be your victor.
The Flamingo King, Brandon Weiss.
Yeah, Doc, you were just talking in the other match about how you play the rules and you play the game. I mean, there's no DQ in a triple threat match. Casey Blackrose, Brandon Weiss may not like it, but well within the rules.